Welcome to another ICP update. Like always, make sure to check out our YouTube memberships and our Patreon if you want access to all of our charts. We try to update the charts daily, so if you want to support the channel, consider checking out the membership. You also get access to our Discord server. So yeah, that's it, and I hope you enjoyed this video. As you can see right now, we are getting a pump on the ICP chart, and this was not really unexpected. I did predict that something like this will happen in my previous video, and what do you know? Here we were at about $9 or so, and right now we are already at $11. Now this is not enough for a third wave of this 1-2 setup. We still need to get to $12.55 to complete that third wave, and keep in mind that's the minimum target for that wave, so we could easily overextend to the 2.272 or the 2.618. Now before I continue with the Elliott wave count, I actually want to mention that I have changed the wave count a bit so it's more accurate, and not much has been changed. I only added a 5-wave move to the upside for the third wave, which is the yellow third wave. Now let me explain what's happening again in case you did not watch my previous videos. Here we have a 1-2 setup that we started in July of 2024, and right now we are working on that third wave of this 1-2 setup. And that third wave should get to approximately $20.71, which is the 200% extension of the 1-2 setup. Now keep in mind, that's the bare minimum, so if we get like $24 or $30, maybe even like $35, $40 in the third wave, it would not surprise me, because it's a third wave after all, so it could obviously overextend. Now of course, this third wave move to the upside needs 5 waves up, and right now we only have 2 waves up, and we are working on the third wave of these 2 waves. And as you can see, that third wave should get to $16.04, and that third wave needs 5 waves up, and that's why I have the other wave count on the chart right here. And right now we are just trying to finish the third wave of these 5 waves, and after we do get to like, let's say $13 or so, we should get a small correction in the fourth and then a pump in the fifth, which should put us at the 200% extension of this 1-2 setup, which like I said is $16. Now why is this important? Why are we tracking these waves? Well, to be able to confirm that a low has formed right here in the main second wave move down that we started in the bear market last year, well, at the end of the bear market in last year, we need some kind of 5-wave move to the upside, and right now we only have 2 waves up and we are working on the third wave. Now if we get to like $25 in the third wave right here, that would still not confirm that a low has formed. Now of course the chances of getting another low would become extremely unlikely if we get to like $20, but even so, to be able that a low has formed, we usually need 5 waves up. So even though the chances of getting another low in the second wave move down right here after getting to like $20 are pretty low, that does not mean that it cannot happen. So we still need 5 waves up, and these 5 waves will obviously put us above the first wave high right here. As you can see, other altcoins already got a third wave pump. ICP has not, but I think it's just lagging, because as you know, in an altcoin season, there are some altcoins that go up first and then the other altcoins follow them, so this is nothing to worry about, and it's still looking bullish, to be honest. Nothing has changed. If you look at the weekly chart, we are not even overbought and the price is like $11, so this is obviously a very good sign. The last time we were at similar RSI levels was down here. The RSI was like 56 and the price was at like $5, and right now the RSI is the same and the price is literally double the amount of this right here. So things are looking very good for ICP. And keep in mind, these 5 waves that we are tracking right now will only confirm that a first wave to the upside of the main third wave has started. Now what does that mean? Well, here we started a 1-2 setup, like I said. We started it at the end of the bear market, and right now we are working on the third wave, and that third wave also has some targets. Now, I don't know if these targets are realistic for this cycle. They might as well not be, but if you want to follow the Elliott wave count here, the third wave should get to the 200% extension of this 1-2 setup right here, and that is at $150. Now, of course, from where we are at right now, we would still need to go up like 12 or 13x, which may sound like a lot, but trust me, that's not really a lot, especially when talking about ICP. ICP only has a market cap of about $5 billion right now, and Bitcoin is expected to go to like $5 to $6 trillion in this cycle, and I'm talking about the market cap. So of course, if that happens, then of course ICP will be able to get to a market cap of about $50 to maybe even $100 billion. And if we get to like a $100 billion market cap, I mean, that would put the price at, let's say, about $100 and something dollars. I don't want to do the math right now. You can do it yourself if you want. So yeah, that's why I think these targets are actually very realistic for this cycle. Now, I also want to talk about Bitcoin dominance for a second, because what's happening right here is also important. So we are getting a November correction, which was expected if you watched my previous videos. And I don't know if you have noticed already, but everything I say in my videos turns out to be true, so you know. Anyways, each year November closes a red wick on the Bitcoin dominance chart, and this year will be no exception. Now we will see what happens after this. We will see if we get a December pump like we got in the previous cycle, or if we just start going down like we did in 2017. But even then, I mean, it does not really matter, to be honest with you. I don't think ICP will be affected by this as much as Ethereum will be. I mean, at the end of the day, Bitcoin dominance right now is important, yes, but it's mainly important if you actually bought Ethereum, not if you bought some of the other altcoins. Now keep in mind, Bitcoin dominance is still important, because when Bitcoin dominance goes down, altcoins go up. But there is going to be a cycle where the altcoins will start going up on their own and Ethereum will not go up. And when that happens, then of course Bitcoin dominance will continue to stay up, and the altcoins will just have an altcoin season when the Bitcoin dominance chart just stays at new cycle highs, like it's happening right now. There are already some altcoins that are just going up on their own, and they do not really care about Bitcoin dominance anymore, which means that it is theoretically possible for ICP to go up a lot in December, even if we get new cycle highs for another month or so on the Bitcoin dominance chart. So this does not really matter right now, to be honest with you. It's only going to matter when it starts going down like 5, 10 and 15 or 20%. That's when it will matter, because that's when Ethereum will start pumping, and when Ethereum starts pumping, then the altcoins start pumping as well. Even if they already had an altcoin season, they will just continue pumping. That's how it works. I don't want to explain the science behind it or the technical analysis behind it, because there's no point in that. You just need to know that whenever this goes down, the altcoins go up. I also want to talk about Bitcoin. As you can see, Bitcoin is just doing Bitcoin things. It's still going up, and it's almost at 100k. And I don't know if you watched my previous videos, but I have been saying since we were down here that Bitcoin will most likely hit 100k by the end of the year, and people were making jokes about that, saying that it's not possible. And what do you know, we are at 100k, so what do you have to say now? And Bitcoin looks like it's following the 2017 cycle rather than the 2021 cycle. And if it is following the 2017 cycle, then it's not going to care about the Elliott wave count, and it's just going to continue going up. And like I said, I'm expecting Bitcoin to top somewhere between the 2.618, which would be very, very underwhelming, because that's only at 190k, and the 3.618 or 4.618 extensions. So somewhere between 255k and 321k. The 190k level is literally my worst case scenario for Bitcoin right now. I don't really want to see it top at the 2.618. That would be very, very underwhelming. And yeah, looking at ICP, it will most likely get a third wave. I don't know if it will reach the 200% extension, but like I said, it is possible that it does if it's a good performing altcoin in this cycle. And I'm expecting the fourth wave move down to be the bear market. This will most likely take years, probably 2 or 3 years. And then the fifth wave will happen in the next bull market. Now, of course, there's also the chance that we just complete all of these 5 waves in this cycle, but that will only happen if the third wave is very fast, and if it actually tops in the next couple of months, actually. So unless ICP goes up like 10x in the next 3 months, then it's going to be very unlikely that we have the chance or the time to get a 4 and a 5 setup after the third wave. But even so, things are still looking bullish in my opinion, and as you can see, ICP reacted to the support zone right here, so it's only a matter of time before it starts pumping like the other altcoins are. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have, make sure to check out our YouTube memberships and our Patreon if you want access to all of our charts, and if you want access to our Discord server, like, subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.